We must pay homage to him.
Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, and after weeks of waiting for an official statement from Sony or Disney, we finally have word from the CEO of Sony Pictures, Tony Viniciquerra, that things are over. Throughout this video, I'm just going to be breaking down the entire statement of what he said and what this means for the future of the character. Now, there were rumours that both companies were in talks with one another this week, and this was backed up by Jon Favreau, who at the Entertainment and Technology Summit said that the split was not due to lack of trying on Disney's part. As of now, which is Friday the 6th of September, we've had official word that, quote, "For the moment the door is closed." Viniciquerra spoke to Variety at the Entertainment and Technology Summit, stating that there was no ill will between the companies, but that as of now the two have failed to reach an agreement on how to finance and split the revenue of the character. Viniciquerra said that it's been an interesting couple of weeks when asked about the backlash from fans, and once again reaffirmed that the most recent negotiations between the two companies had a negative ending, with both sides being unable to compromise on how the character and expenditures would be divided going forward. He stated that the company had been trying to work with Disney and acknowledged that Kevin Feige was now stretched incredibly thin with all of the new announcements in Phase 4, and that this wouldn't be beneficial to the company that wished to give Spiderman and the Spider-Verse their full attention. When discussing this, Viniciquerra said, "We had a great run with Feige on Spider-Man movies. We tried to see if there's a way to work it out. The Marvel people are terrific people. We have a great respect for them, but on the other hand, we have some pretty terrific people of our own. Kevin didn't do all the work." He went on to say that now the character is fully back in their hands, they plan to launch their own universe with the vast amount of Spider-Man characters they have. Earlier this week, in an interview with GQ, Tom Holland said that Spider-Man is in safe hands with Sony, and also stated that he would love to feature on screen with Miles Morales at some point, but whether this is live action or in the animated universe remains to be seen. Viniciquerra also went on to say, "Spider-Man was fine before the event movies, did better with the event movies, and now that we have our own universe, he will play off the characters as well. I think we're pretty capable of doing what we have to do here." This kind of seems like a bit of a slap in the face to Disney, and whilst he did say there's no ill will between the two companies, I think this kind of undervalues a lot of what Disney did, and it's not just a copy and paste formula, as many companies have tried to replicate the success of the MCU, and every single one of them has failed. Honestly, no prize to the person who can name the one shared universe that has worked in the comments below, and even DC have struggled to do it, and they're pretty much built quite similar to Marvel. Now, going forward, Jon Favreau followed up on his earlier comment by saying, "I've been talking to everybody about it. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it's a long way away, and I think the collaboration has been really strong up to this point, so I'm hopeful that there's a way for us to all play together going forward." Viniciquerra too hinted at this, saying it's a long life, suggesting that should projects not pan out with the webhead, that the studio has the option to go back to Disney and try and find common ground in which they can both use the wall crawler. Viniciquerra also shut down rumours that Disney could eventually buy Sony, similar to how they did with Fox, by saying that the studio was not for sale, and that's pretty much the end of his statement. Going forward, this is a pretty bad blow to those who had hope, myself included, that Spider-Man would remain in the MCU, and whilst personally I don't really see how the character can just be up and cut off from the franchise, as there are still things that have happened in it that have moulded him to the way that he is, it appears that from now on the films will not be connected until both companies are willing to step back into the boardroom and try to come to an agreement. It's a real shame that Tom Holland has pretty much been Schrodinger's Spider the last couple of weeks, with there being a non-stop barrage of rumours and reports stating that he's in or out of the MCU. The most recent report stated that Sony wished to bring Venom to the MCU, but it looks like this may have been unacceptable for Disney, who, as mentioned earlier, are stretched incredibly thin for the foreseeable future. I do believe that the companies did try to renegotiate, as it's taken a long time to release an official statement, but it looks like even then that they were unable to find something that they could really agree on, which is massively disappointing. The one who gets hurt the most out of this is of course the fans, but I can also see Sony suffering in the long run, with their films probably not getting the full attention that they deserve, because many people are threatening to boycott the movies. I think that the MCU will continue to do fine, but Spider-Man, who I would say is pretty much in everyone's top 3 Marvel characters, will have a future that's difficult to predict. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the situation now and what you think will happen with the webhead going forward. Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it and make sure you check out my breakdown of the ending of It Chapter 2, which will be linked after this. I go over everything you need to know about the films, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. If you want to come talk to me about movies, TV shows, games and comic books, then you can follow me on Twitter at DeffinitionYT. It's the best way to get in touch with me and is the perfect place to suggest new videos and content, so hopefully I'll see you over there after this. Also, just want to let you know that we're giving away a free copy of John Wick 3 on Blu-ray, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts on the Sony Disney situation in the comments section below. The winner will be chosen at random on September the 10th and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.